Good morning, guys. When I tell you, I just want to thank you for chiming in to Morning Brew with Germaine. And as you can see, I'm actually doing this from my phone. I tell you, I'm gonna put it. The devil is all up in this, trying to stop it, whatever. I don't know. We're not gonna give him any power, but I'm seriously like, this is happening. Technical difficulties right when I get prepared to go live. And I don't know what that's about at all. But as I was preparing this morning, and I know you guys are sick of hearing this, but as I was preparing this morning to go live, all of a sudden my visual would not come up in my screen, and it's with another camera. And the camera was working fine yesterday, but I don't know. I'm not giving it any power. I'm going to remain holding on to my peace today, right? And I am so glad that you all were able to stop by. So bear with me as, hey, this is another opportunity for me to be able to do it from my phone and see how that comes out, right? So, but today's morning brew is going to be about boundaries are not betrayal. Boundaries are not betrayal. So you know how we do. We take a pause so we can pour into purpose. But I'm collecting myself. I didn't even have time to get my coffee. So guess what? I'm finishing up my bottled water this morning. As bad as I need my cup of coffee. But I was focusing on trying to make sure, we were going live. So sorry for being a few minutes late. Thank you so much for chiming in, though. For those that had an opportunity to chime in yesterday on Mixed Blend Wednesdays, we had a special guest in studio, and we talked all about AI and not being afraid of it, but being able to embrace it. Just get the education that you need for it. If you missed that, make sure you go back and tune in to the coffee breaks on my YouTube. Go to my YouTube at Morning Brew with Germaine. Morning Brew with Germaine on my YouTube channel. All right. And make sure you just go back through and see what you may have missed. So, but let's get into this. I won't hold you long because y'all should really see how I got this kind of connected and set up, but it's doing what it do, right? It's doing its thing. So let's get into boundaries are not betrayal. Today, we're pretty much going to be honoring your limits without guilt. Honoring your limits without guilt. So I am compared to, just referencing my notes that I have on the side. If you see me shifting, it's because I'm checking my notes out because my setup is a little different this morning. All right. So many people equate boundaries with selfishness. It's not. Hold that thought, though. Or even abandonment, especially when it involves people they love, right? But boundaries aren't walls to keep people out. They're doors to help you stay in alignment with your peace, your purpose, and your personal growth. So now, if anybody is leaving comments, you know what? If you're tuned in, leave me a comment. Let me know you're here so I can see how it pops up on my phone, because I might be using the phone sometimes when I'm mobile, when I'm moving about. But if you're in the community, just let me know. And I am so sorry to Instagram. I'm not sure if Instagram is connected because I did not have an opportunity to hit to start the live because my setup is a little different. But no more power to that. Let's get into this message because this message is such a powerful, dynamic message, one that I know I need. So let's do this. Let's pour a little bit into purpose. And so we're going to pour a little bit. All right. So you can love people and still limit access. You can love people and still limit access. Love doesn't mean overextending yourself. Good morning, Leslie. Thank you for letting me know that I can see my comments. Good morning. Thank you so much for being here. So you can love people and still limit access. Okay. Love doesn't mean overextending yourself. Saying no doesn't erase the yes of your heart. Because I know a lot of times we struggle with people. We struggle with feeling like once we set boundaries, put boundaries in place, sometimes everybody may not honor your boundaries. It's not even for them, it's for you to honor your boundaries. Okay. And either, they'll get upset, they'll get mad, but at the end of the day, you have to live with you and you understand what's happening in your present moment and why boundaries are so necessary. And sometimes having boundaries, it will also help you be more effective and efficient to be able to interact with people, or if you're in business, to serve your clients better. So protecting your energy allows you to show up authentically, not resentfully. Keep that in mind. So um, let's pour a little more, okay? Guilt is not a guide, your pieces. Don't let people guilt you because you're in a place that you know you have to. It is detrimental to your being to set boundaries. Far too long, it's just been living without boundaries. And sometimes we see where that ends up, right? So let's talk about guilt. Not is not a guide, but your pieces. So guilt is often a condition, a response to change. Just because someone is uncomfortable doesn't mean you're wrong. They just have to get adjusted, just like you're getting adjusted to this new way of living. And sometimes it's harder for people to adjust because they have their own needs and what they may need from you or how they want to interact with you. But make it about you. Remember, it's not you being selfish at all. It is you taking a stance to put some order in your life. Okay. And to actually kind of regain your peace back if you've had it before and you've lost it along this journey, or if you just really need to be able to just take a pause and reset in that moment to put some things in proper alignment. All right. So if you keep the peace caught, well, let's say this. If keeping the peace costs you your peace, let me say that again. If keeping the peace costs you your peace of mind, your peace of self, just think about this. Then it's too expensive. You're giving up way too much. Peace is so important. I mean, I could have just kind of lost it because every day has been a challenge just trying to go live, get in this space every day with this, technology and stuff. I could lose myself. I could lose my peace, but I am resulting to it's going to be okay. Because you know what? In that moment, we'll figure out another way to still show up, to still be consistent. And so I can't afford to let something so small really upset the peace that I am fighting for, that I am working so hard to keep, right? So let's do a final little pour. So boundaries protect what you're building. Think about this. And I mean, you could think about, we talk about as we're think about the borders, the boundaries, keeping people out, right? So when you think borders, you think, okay, that's a way of keeping people out that don't belong, or even your space, even in your space, right? Having boundaries, being able to, excuse me, um, just being able to be one, I want to say selfish. Yes, selfish when you're establishing setting boundaries for yourself. Two, you're just probably at a place you're just tired of things just going the way they've been going and you need to put structure in place, right? Boundaries can also act as structure that you're putting in place to help keep you in alignment on your path of vision, discovery, your journey, whatever it is that you are looking to obtain, or just begin a new way of life, right? And so, and you know what, when I'm thinking about myself, so as I'm thinking about myself right now, I know I'm in a place I just need to, I need to set boundaries. I do. Because one, it will be more effective for me to really help in business. And it's not just boundaries for business. I'm talking about boundaries all the way around. Boundaries are good all the way around because you don't let people control your space, your time. And it allows you to just one, have a little more structure to be able to get a little more accomplished. That's purposeful on this journey, right? So let's talk about how boundaries protect you, protect what you're building. Your vision needs a healthy environment to grow. Would you say that's true? For those right now that are really focusing on your vision, your purpose, why am I here? What am I supposed to be doing? Or I know I have a vision right now for this assignment that I'm on, that I know there's some things I need to complete. Excuse me. So would you say that your vision needs a healthy environment to grow? I would. Me personally, I would say yes. Okay. And so distractions disguised as loyalty will drain your focus. Distractions disguised as loyalty. I'm gonna leave that for y'all to digest because hey, I don't walk in anybody's shoes but my own, right? So all I could do is focus on how we allow distractions to come in to throw us off course, right? Or to really drain us. And it's okay to start, just like my coach said, my champion coach, Dr. V. Germaine, schedule your 24. There's only, my mom used to always say, girl, there's only 24 hours in a day. Okay. You're not going to be able to add any more to it. There's only 24. So now I really understand what she means. But when he stated, schedule your 24, schedule the 24 hours in a day so you can be more efficient, more effective, right? You're not burning yourself out. You're not allowing people to control your time. So it is okay when you have to say, you know what, my phone is off right now. Within this time frame, I'll return calls, I'll make calls, and I'll do what I have to do. But this is allowing me, one, to stay focused because you guys know we keep those phones on our hip and we act like we can't live without them. Probably because we can't, right? I know. So, but being able to set boundaries, and it's not even that, it's not just business, like I stated, it's also in your family relationships. Family members, they just feel they got access. I'm coming whenever, do whatever. Mm-mm. Because you don't know my schedule like I know my schedule, right? And the thing is, it's it's okay. I'm gonna keep saying it's okay to set boundaries for yourself and not feel guilty. It's okay. And it's not betrayal. Just because you're setting boundaries, if someone gets mad at you for setting boundaries, they might need to check themselves. Don't you feel guilty about it? Don't you feel like you're betraying someone because you're trying to get things in alignment in your own space, in your own life? All right. Really hold on to that because people will make you feel real bad if you let them. It's your job not to let them, right? All right. So boundaries create clarity also. They do. They really do. For you and for others. Now, I'm going to tell you because lately I've been having this brain fog. For those out there that understand brain fog, when you get of a certain age, right? And life is life and life is happening, and that perimenopause is trying to do what it do. Brain fog is a real thing. And so for all you out there that know, have you ever found yourself in the middle of doing something and then all of a sudden it was like, now what was I doing? What did I need to get done? We laugh about it, but it's a real thing. It is truly a real thing. And it's like enough already. So if anybody out there, I have to bring on I mean, she's an RN nurse, Kathleen. I'm gonna bring her on as a special guest so she could break this menopause thing down. And yes, I just went all the way to the left talking about menopause because it tied in with setting boundaries. Setting boundaries helps you gain clarity. And yes, I did use the brain fog thing because brain fog, it will allow you not to have clarity. Okay. So but that's going to be another morning brew. that we'll bring her in to really be able to go through the details and break it all down. All right. So now let me get back to our message. Boundaries are not betrayal. Okay. All right, guys. So this is a time that we can all take part in this reflections, our reflections. And I'm sorry I don't have my little prompts. Don't know how to really access those just yet on the phone, but this is good. This is a good learning experience today on the phone, okay? All right. So these are two questions that I want to leave with you to really reflect on throughout your day. Where in your life are you tolerating too much in the name of love or loyalty? I'm going to say that one more time to make sure you get it. Where in your life are you tolerating too much in the name of love or loyalty? Okay. Reflection question number 2. What boundary could you set this week that would honor your well being and your vision? You got that? I'll say it one more time. What boundary could you set this week, okay, that would honor your well being and your vision? So I'm gonna leave those with you, and you know how we do. We let it just marinate, steep, brew a little, and whenever you're ready, take it upon yourself. Whenever you're ready to just really reflect on those questions and answer those questions for yourself. Okay. All right. So now this is a part that we're coming to an end, and this is our final sip. So, in the final sip, just want to leave some words of encouragement, some inspiration, and just maybe some food for thought, right? Boundaries, once again, are not betrayal. They're not. They are brave declarations of what you value. And I'm so glad it said that, right? Of what you value. Do you value you to be able to set boundaries for you? Okay, let me say this again. Boundaries are not betrayal. They are brave declarations of what you value. If you don't value you enough to set a boundary, then maybe you're comfortable continuing in the way of letting people just have their way, right? But for all those that want to start setting boundaries, I really want to plant that seed to let you know it's not betrayal when you have to tell someone something that they're not comfortable with or they're not used to because they're used to getting you a certain way. So, right now, if you need to establish boundaries in your life, just know that you're valuing you first and foremost because you are the lead in your story, in your life, right? All right. And also, protect your peace. This will help you protect your peace. And it prioritizes your purpose, as well as I want you to stand tall in your truth. Okay? So, you know how we do. We sip slow, speak clearly when you establish your boundaries. People will catch up to you or they won't, but stay whole in the process. So, guys, thank you so much. Thank you so much for chiming in. Thank you for just taking part. And I hope you are really able to walk away with some inspiration for the day, motivation, encouragement. I do every day. Every day I show up to do this, I do just that. So thank you once again. And tomorrow is Morning Brew with Germaine, Authors Brew Friday. Now, we do have a special guest in studio tomorrow, another author, and she is going, actually, you know what? I'll begin to, actually, her topic, I'm going to just let you know, is therapy for the soul. Make sure you chime in. Chime in tomorrow. We will be working on this technical difficulty today so we could be equipped for tomorrow, okay? But definitely chime in tomorrow. I so look forward to seeing you all. Stop by for coffee tomorrow. And thank you. Thank you for allowing me grace, and thank you for giving me patience as we work all this out. I told y'all it didn't have to be perfect because something always happens when you least expect it. So you got to know how to just go with the flow, but keep your peace in the process. Have an amazing day. Please be safe out there. Okay. And I'll see you guys tomorrow for Authors Brew Friday. Thank you so much. Bye bye now.